Hi, everybody. We're back.
Oh, you got the cutest outfit and you're down there.
Excuse me.
Is that better?
Better for me.
Okay, good.
Might cut your head off.
Hello. Good to see everyone hopping in here today. I hope you all are excited. Greetings from Kansas. Oh, Kansas and Florida. You guys are going to love this.
You
Ohio,
are.
Michigan, Illinois.
It's never
Awesome.
too early to get ready for a birthday party that's 250 years old, right?
That's right.
And that's next year.
Well, it could be too early if you did it like 200 years ago or something.
Depends on how elaborate you want your party to be.
We're very excited to come in here and show you our new patriotic sentiments designed by yours truly, Annie Moody. So we're excited to be back in here with something brand new for you all. It's fantastic. I gotta say, it's perfect. I feel like your volume needs turned down. I'm like, there's sound coming from somewhere. So are you guys ready to check this out? We are loving these sentiments. We know you are too. They're just really nice, fun, quick projects. And quite frankly, it's June 4th. July 4th is right around the corner. Yes. So I feel like the timing of this is going to be absolutely perfect for you all. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
okay.
I got it. I remember that picture now. I asked her, like, what's that picture? Because I could see a little thumbnail. I'm like, what's that?
Like, it's you. So today we are not only unboxing something brand new. I think Annie's going to be stitching some of this out for you, which we know you guys love. And someone asked last week, Mom, they said, who does your digitizing?
I do. Linda does. Sarah does, and also Tammy.
Everybody here working with Hoop Sisters.
Right, right. It's all done in-house. It's all test sewn. And yeah, we keep busy, that's for sure.
Not a lot of sewing for fun happening, like for personal fun.
Right. And by the time you get home, it's like, I'd like to, but not today.
I know.
Have other things to do too.
I get that feeling for sure.
Yep. And I do love sentiments. It's just, they are fun. And like the slide says, it says, think of sentiments as a fast and fun themed project with sweet or sometimes snarky sayings. So yeah, we got a few wise guys around here. So sometimes we will throw in kind of a snarky saying, but they're always kind of fun.
They are, for sure. You guys saw the snarkiness with Too Hot to Handle last time with the funky chickens and all that stuff. So this time's a little bit more serious note, not as much snark, but perfect for the season for sure. Speaking of perfect, we really do think that this is a great project for so many different people from,
absolutely,
people maybe new to their machine, but also a lot of you familiar names. This is something you could totally get done.
Absolutely.
In time for 4th of July.
Absolutely. And you could give it as a gift for a friend if you're going to a party. A lot of times these sentiment projects are great for like a housewarming gift.
Yeah.
Just a hostess gift if you're going somewhere. So maybe I should invite everybody to my house and ask you all to bring me No, you don't.
Bring you what?
A hostess gift. But that would be rude.
I'll give her address. You guys can come on over. No, but it is a super, and I also feel like there's bits and pieces of this. So like, I don't know what you think, Mom, but you could do a couple different things and give out portions of this completed project.
Absolutely. Because a lot of times there are more than one project. It's multiples. And it's just fun. It's just something different.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so whether you're brand new to this whole quilt on the hoop thing or you're a pro, let us know. Are you new or a pro? Maybe tell us in the comments. We usually ask if you're new, put a number 1. If you've been around for a while and consider yourself a hoop sister, a hoop mister, put a number 2. We'd love to know and say hi to you in the comments. She does not have a pool, Susan. So I don't know. I guess Susan's out. She's like, you got a pool, I'm coming.
Susan, if you have a pool, I'll bring you a hostess.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll even bring food.
She's really good at that. So I would take her up on that. Awesome. Well, it's good to see these number 1s and number 2s coming in the comments. So no matter where you are on that number slide there, we're glad you're here. And I think you will probably either learn something new today or you'll be the first to see something new today, depending. So, all right. Are we going to reveal?
Yeah, I think we should. That's why they're here, right?
Yes. Can I just say too, I know some of you like to order quick. There's a couple things I need you to know before you order, and we haven't gotten there yet. Okay. Number one, we're going to tell you in just a moment.
Number two,
you're going to have to wait for, but trust me, you're going to want to know before you order. So just everybody, just whew, okay.
Chill out, right?
Just wait, and we will get there, I promise. All right, let's pull up your little Annie cam over here.
All right, there's my Annie cam. It looks like it's graduation season. That right now looks like a diploma, doesn't
It's not a diploma.
It is not a diploma, not at all. So
that's funny.
I will actually start with what is underneath it. So there is what this thing that looks like a diploma. We'll get there in a minute. And then there's also three different cute little embroideries. This one says red, white, and boom. This says from sea to shining sea. And this one says all American. So these would make great hostess gifts.
Yes.
Great to pull out on all your patriotic holidays. Oh man, it's awesome. I think you guys will really like this. So now let's get to what this is. I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to untie this. And what this is a placemat. Isn't that awesome? So this placemat, you can store it all rolled up and tie it together. I'm going to put these towels over here. And it has pockets in it. Have you ever been to, and I would recommend just tying these in little bows. Tie it next to your partner if you want to. Tie them together. I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't, because mine would knock mine over or something.
Right.
That
would take the whole row, take the whole row of food out. So anyway, you can just tie those into cute little bows. And basically it has pockets in it. This pocket is for a plate and this pocket is for your silverware. Have you ever been to a picnic where it's a kind of a windy day and maybe you want to set the table, but you really can't? So this is one way where you can set that table and your paper plate's not going to blow away because you've got it stuck in the pocket. In the same way, you could put your silverware in there. So it makes for a great little place setting.
It does.
Which really is cute. Super, super cute. So there it is. There's your placemat.
And then you have your napkin.
And yeah, you could put that on a napkin. Absolutely. And it'll, it's big enough, of course, to fit a dinner plate if you want to also, but eat with your food on the outside of the pocket.
Yeah. I also love this idea. Like, are any of you campers, like RV, like go to the campground? Even you can't roll it up with the plate in it, but you could have this in it and rolled up.
Right.
Take it outside like that too.
Yep. So what you're saying is you could just go like this.
Yes.
And then tie it around. And then when you go out, you're ready to go. You just need your plate of food. And maybe you put your plate by the buffet table. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do like that you can set the table ahead of time with your paper plates and everything is going to stay in place. So that's our little placemat that we have.
It's really cute.
You have your placemat and you've got your cute little embroideries that also go with it.
Here's a couple other pictures we have just so you guys can see. If windy during a picnic, tie them together.
Yeah.
Like you got that extra. It's just so cute.
It is perfect. Cute.
And I feel like I would use this all summer. It wouldn't be just for 4th of July around my house. I love it. Okay. And then there's the embroideries on any sort of tea towel you could use. And this is the part I was like, this would be you could divide and conquer, give this to you could make this and gift it.
Absolutely.
To 3 different people just with those. So I think that's fantastic. So perfect for the 4th of July. And we I don't know if we said this, but we say it here, indoors or outdoors. Like it doesn't have to be outdoors.
Right.
These would be really cute, even if you're having your party inside. But and then also 5 patriotic embroideries for the napkins. So really cool. Good job, Mom.
Thanks.
Okay. So I have Let's Stitch It, but I almost want to talk about the next slide. Just so that they know when they're
so
ordering.
they know they're 1 and they're 2.
They're
that
1
you
and
were
they're
talking-
2.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And then we can always go back and stitch.
Okay. So, oh, well, let's do this part and then we'll go back and stitch. Okay. We're going to open what you're going to get, and it's a little different this time. That's why I want to make sure that we talk about it before you go and order it. Okay. So I'm going to put this over here.
Can I pull it
I'm going
out?
to move your plate. Okay. So the first thing we need you to know is this does require a 6-inch minimum hoop size.
Yes.
That's thing 1.
Yes. Thing 1.
Yep. Okay.
So here
This
we
is
are.
thick, by the way. Like, turn that on its side. There's a lot in there.
A lot of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what you get in this kit is you get the 2 yards of battleizer. You get 1 yard of red fabric. You get 1/4 yard of the white and 1 1/4 of the blue. Aren't those red, white, and blue so
I love
cute?
them.
And this is enough, if I remember correctly, to make 2 placemats.
Nice.
Because why would you want 1?
Right? I think that's why we put a lot more.
Right,
I mean, an
that's why
extra
there's
yard
a
of the.
lot of stuff in there.
Mhm.
So that's what you get. You get your battleizer, 1 yard of red, 1/4 yard of white, and 1 1/4 yards of the blue fabric. It's so stinking cute.
It really is cute. Okay. So you do need a 6-inch minimum hoop size. Okay. The one thing that you're going to notice in here, if you've done this before, is there is no USB. Okay.
What?
No USB. However, I am going to take you to the website because you get an instant download with the set. So there's 2 ways that you can order this. I'll pop those up now. So the 2 ways to order this, and now we'll have Nina drop the order link too, but I wanted to make sure to explain a couple things. So the first way is you can get the set, which Annie just opened and showed you, that has 2 yards of battleizer, 1 yard of the red fabric, 1/4 of a yard of the white fabric, and 1 1/4, I think that's it,
Yep.
of the blue fabric. And it's going to include the instant download and instructions, not a USB.
That is so much better than a
Yeah.
USB because a couple reasons. Like she said, it was instant.
Mhm.
So you don't have to wait for it to arrive. You could
You have to wait for your fabric though.
right, but if they've got some towels or napkins, I
Mhm.
think a lot of people who sew have got these kinds of things sitting around their sewing room that they've ordered from the past, and they could start embellishing with the embroidery designs right away.
And Dana said you can even put it on a t-shirt.
Oh yes.
So
Yep.
yeah, you could do that instantly right away
Yep.
because it's going to have the download included
Yep.
without you having to put them in separately. So I
Right.
want to make sure that we explain that, and I'm going to take you to my account and show you what that looks like. The second way that you could order this. So
Can I just say something before you move on?
yeah.
About the USB and the versus downloads is that the downloads will always be in your
Yeah.
account. Always. And then another thing is on rare occasions, we may have to correct something and it will always be in your account. And the correct, most up-to-date version's always there. If something happens to your jump drive, you lose it or it just stops working. Sometimes those things, all USBs sometimes are breakdownable. It will always be in your account. So instant access, always there, all good
Mhm.
things. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
now I'll let you take
Yes,
over.
yes. So $35 is going to get you all of the fabrics
Mhm.
and that we just mentioned, and the 2 yards of battleizer, and the downloadable files and instructions. Okay. That's option 1. Option 2 is just the download. So say, I've got a whole bunch of red, white, and blue fabric.
Yeah.
I already have battleizer. I just kind of want to get my hands on that design. Then you can just go option 2, which is just a straight download for $19.99. Okay. So I wanted to make sure that we explained that. The kit is a bargain, Rhonda. It really is.
Mhm.
The battleizer and the fabric and the design. So it's a steal. It really is. Again, I always have to say this, they're limited supply,
Mhm.
limited stock of the sets. So if that's something that you want to get your hands on at a great price, we don't have extra fabric kits, Joanne, but if you want to make more, you could just order 2.
Mhm.
And then the download's just going to be in there, but I don't have extra fabric in there. Okay, and then the other thing I want to mention is we have free shipping today only on orders over $50. So if there's something else you need, we also have the yard sales still going on. There's a few fabrics that remain. That might be something if you're like, ooh, free shipping's kind of worth looking around on the website. A couple pieces of fabric will do it. Okay, so just know that as well. All right, I'm going to take it over to you.
Okay.
We're going to start stitching. Now that I got some of those things I just wanted you to know out of the way, and we'll drop the order link again. And in a little bit, I'm going to also take you to the website and show you. No, there's no code for the free shipping. It'll just happen automatically if you're within the contiguous US.
All right. I'm ready to go.
Oh, I got to unmute. Hold on.
Okay, we are ready to go here at the machine. We've got our battleizer in the hoop, and I've already done the very first step. And the very first step was just stitching the pattern onto the battleizer. We tell you to use water-soluble thread, but as you know in our lives, we like to use a colored thread so you can see exactly what is stitching. So our first step after we get our pattern on there is we're going to start with our white fabric, and this is also water-soluble fabric step. And we are going to place it over that top striped area. And I just like to peek underneath, make sure I have it placed where I want it. And then I'm going to hit the start button, and it sews a tack down to hold that fabric in place.
Did you say why you're using red thread?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody asked.
I just noticed it, and I'm reading other things.
Wait till you see how easy this is. And this is the most complicated block in the design. This one is. Now, this is where you would change to a neutral thread because we're going to sew a seam. So it's the red and white stripes. So we're going to take our red fabric and lay it right side down with the raw edges even amount of fabric on both sides. And then with neutral thread, we're going to sew the seam. This is one I'm not even going to read the instructions. So hopefully this does not come back to haunt me. Okay, now we're going to flip the fabric right side up, and we're going to give it a little finger press right there on the seam, and we're going to smooth it out, and it's going to sew a tack down stitch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this to 1/4 of an inch. The fabric could have been cut a little narrower. However, we give you the dimensions based on the fact that maybe your seam won't be 1/4 of an inch. Maybe it'll be a little bit more. And that way we don't want you to come short so that you don't cover the area you need to cover. So I'll just trim that up. And the great thing about doing the quilting in the hoop is just the fact that your seam allowances don't have to be perfect because we've already got everything stitched down. So step 5 is we're going to take our white fabric, lay it right side down with the raw edges even, and we're going to sew a seam again. And we're going to flip again, right side up. And we're going to do a little finger press. And we're going to stitch a tack down. This is a wash, rinse, repeat block. So we're going to do another stripe, laying our fabric right side down. You can trim that more narrow if you want to. And here with the white, it's probably not as necessary. But when you're, if it's the red stripe, some with the white fabric over the top of it, you may need to trim it a little more narrow. So I'm going to lay it right side down, raw edges even, and sew another seam. And flip it right side up. Finger press. This is so easy. Smooth it out and sew a tack down stitch. You go white, red, and then back to white again. And right sides down, raw edges even, stitch in a seam. And flip it right side up and finger press. Smooth it out and sew another tack down stitch. And then our final piece of fabric is our red, and again, right side down, raw edges even, and sew another seam. You will do 3 of these blocks, 3 of the blue blocks with the star on them, and you'll do 3 of 3 blocks that are just a quilted stippled block that go behind the red and white stripes. So now the next step would be a tack down stitch that is going to go around the perimeter of your block. And that would be a step that we ask you to do water soluble thread. And the reason is because when you sew it to this block to the next block, if that is showing when you sew your seam, you won't have to worry about getting out your seam ripper and picking it out. You just get it wet and the thread will dissolve. This is just to hold it in place so that when you go to trim it, the trimmer has something to hold the metal edge up against. So cute. So cute. And I'm going to skip the final step. I will just show you on our sample that we have over there. And that's all we got stitching wise for you today.
Okay.
So that was quick. So you'll make 3 of those. You will make, I lost my placemat.
Now she put a placemat on the floor.
We'll get the placemat off the floor.
Okay, so the final step there is the lettering that says
Oh, yes.
established 1776.
Very nice.
So that's our placemat. So our placement has, like I said, has this 3 striped blocks. It has 3 star blocks, and then it has 3 blocks that just have stippling in it. And it's lined, the pocket here is lined, and the back is all finished nice. So there it is. There's
Love
our
it.
placemat and our cute little towels. So I think you guys will all really enjoy this project. And wow, what a table that can be set for 4th of July,
Yes.
Memorial Day, Labor Day,
It's great.
all the stuff. So yeah.
Someone's asking what fabric. This is poppy cotton. Do you remember what those are?
I believe this is also poppy cotton, and this is a Michael Miller solid white.
And 2 yards of the battleizer.
Yep,
So
2 yards.
yep, that's great. Okay. So I always like to share these because sentiments is something new around here. So I always want to make sure, probably next month, maybe I won't have to say all these things, but I just want to make sure everyone knows what they're getting, right? So the fabric for the sentiments is a little bit different. It's not going to look exactly like our sample. So assorted fabrics, red, white, and blue.
I like this one better. What's in the kit
It's really
better.
cool.
It is really cute.
And then, of course, the shipping too. This is a little different than everything else that we ship. But the shipping is coming. These sets are coming from here in Lima, Ohio. But our shipping warehouse is in Woodstock, Illinois. So if you order something extra, like a trimmer or more battleizer, something like that, you're going to get 2 orders. So I like to say that just because I don't want you to get your set and go, oh no, they forgot my trimmer.
Yep.
We didn't forget you. It's just coming in a different.
separate.
Yep. So know that. Also, I always like to tell you guys, it's limited stock. And once they're gone, meaning the sets, which have the fabric and the battleizer. And then after that, it's just going to be the download only, which you can do now, just download only. So once we sell out of these bad boys, just download only from here on out. Okay. So also, the last important note is kind of in the red down there. It's $50 free shipping today only if your order is shipping within the contiguous US. Okay. So yeah, we hope you jump in. We love this one. It's going to be really, really, I can't wait to see all of them.
I know.
Post them in the group. I always like to see your pictures for sure. But now I do want to take you over to the website because I want to, since it's a little different this time in where your design is, I want to show that to you. So I am going to share my screen real quick.
And if they've done mystery quilt, they're pros. They know exactly where to get it. But
Yeah.
if not, pay attention. She'll show you exactly how to get your.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that my screen share is.
I see it on mine.
Okay.
If
All
that
right.
matters.
So I want to take you over here, show you where to shop and show you where to get your files. Okay. So right at hoopsisters.com, you can click shop by collection. I got to get a banner up there. And then there's a sentiments tab is right on the top. Click that. And then this will have all the sentiments that we've come out with so far, which is, they're so fun. There's lots of them. So this option here, this is going to be, it says download only, and it's the $19.99. So if you have fabric at home you want to play with, and you already have battleizer and you don't want the set, just do this one. Okay. If you want the fabric kit and the design, they're packaged together for $35. Then you're going to pick this one that says 35. Okay. And then my account, I'm actually going to go up to this little person over here in the top right, and I'm going to click that, and I want to show you what this does. So in my account, I have the Patriotic sentiments right here, and I'm going to click on my order number, which is the HS and then some numbers. Okay. When I click on this, ta-da, here we go. So this, you just click download and you'll have it right now. So you can do what Dana said. You can start putting it on a shirt or putting it on a tote or putting it on a tea towel, whatever you want to do. But you'll have your download right away, and then we'll get the rest of it shipped out to you. So I love this. I love that our website can do this now. I think it's fantastic. It's the best of both worlds, having some fabric sent to you, but having your download and your design and your instructions right away. So hopefully that helps. The other thing I want to show you is this yard sale. And I'm showing you again because there's some fantastic prices in here. And if you're trying to get to that $50 free shipping mark, this might be the way to go.
Yeah, because you put one or two of those in there, it'll get you over the $50 mark.
Yep.
And you won't have to pay shipping, and you'll have more fabric for your stash.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Okay. Terry says she's going to try family t-shirts for the 4th of July.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's great. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So here's I think this is the last thing I'm going to put up here today. If you need any help, if you didn't see the shipping working in the beginning and you placed your order anyway, because you want to get it and make sure, because it's limited supply, just go ahead and email or call Nina. She'll help you out as soon as the live is over. We'll get you all taken care of. Got 2 yards of awesome fabric, made my free shipping perfect.
Nice.
See, that's great, because those are a great price right there too.
I'd rather pay for fabric than shipping any day.
Right. I'd rather pay for fabric and extra battleizer than a USB too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like this is a win.
Yep.
Okay. So again, if you have any questions at all, reach out. We'll help you out. And other than that, next week we have another workshop.
We do have another workshop. You probably have seen little sneak peeks of it in some emails or maybe in the VIP group, wherever these girls are putting all this information out there. It's called, can we say the name? I think we can.
Yeah.
Modern Lattice. And it was designed and digitized by Tammy Etzkorn, and she will be here for her very debut
Yay!
showing how to stitch out her design.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for Tammy, and I'm
Tammy-
excited for you to see this.
Tammy is so sweet
Mhm.
and so quiet.
Yes, unlike us.
We're very loud. So she's going to give you a nice tutorial, and then I'll probably
Mhm.
interrupt her a whole bunch.
Right.
Is kind of what I think is going to happen.
You should
So
warn her.
I think she knows.
She probably does. That's why she's worried.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with
Yep.
us. Super excited to see. Yeah, Deb's cheering Tammy on because
Yep.
Deb knows Tammy too.
Yeah.
So super excited. Okay, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to Nina.
Mhm.
Otherwise, go take advantage before
Yeah.
these babies are gone.
Thanks for hanging out with us.